after that is very fast, and they can report to me, well, the presentations are good and they can publish a good paper and so on. However, there are some things that we need to bother on ethical and so on. Before the ChatGPT on November 2022, the president of Indonesia said, in Indonesia is in the race with other country to control artificial intelligence. Whichever country by Bapak Jokowi that control the AI can potentially control the world. That is 2021, before the ChatGPT, before the generative AI come to this world. He already predicted about the AI before the November 2022. Thus, he said that Agency for the Assessment and Application Technology should build an AI machine that can be a hub between innovators and researchers, as well as combine computer and human intelligence, so as to support Indonesia economic recovery in an unconventional yet effective manner. This is from Kompas.com. And Joe Biden, he is more step ahead. Okay, he just began to bring sweeping new rules to govern the use of AI. He can predict AI. We can do in the good things and also can do the bad thing. And we can use AI and so on to do the hacking and so on. So he need a rules to govern the use of AI for October 2023. And then from this one, when we can see the new project frontier, ChatGPT released in November 2022 from Max Biscay. 4 months later, the GPT-4 was released, and Cloudy processed roughly 9,000 tokens and 9,000 words. And May 2024, just 2 months after March, they can process 1,000 tokens in a minute. And then May 2023, announced a new features powered by generative AI. New features include search, generative experience, and PALM. 2 for but chatbot nowadays is ChatGPT. Nowadays is a Gemini. Okay, so generative AI has the potential to increase the global GDP by 7% annually, equivalent to $7 trillion by 2030. $7 trillion is too huge amount of money. And also potentially automating 2/3 of occupation. This is from 5th April 2023. Means that it can complement 2/3 of occupations. And 100 million in funding announced for 9 new UK research hubs focused on advancing artificial intelligence technologies innovation. Areas focused on include healthcare, electronic, machine learning, and more. Also, 9 million investment by Engineering and Physical Science Research Council to the Italian Science Partnership Fund. So they also open for the partnership fund. And survey from 5,179 customers, support agent, and find that access to a generative AI best computational assistant boosts productivity by 40%, with notable for 34% improvement for novice and low-skilled workers, indicating the significant potential for enhancing workers' performance through AI tools. This is from the Stanford research paper. You can you can get it from this URL. So for the Goldman Sachs mark, economists analyze data on over 100 occupations. 2/3 of US jobs face some level of automation by AI. You can see if the percent of occupation is 99.5%, of automated by AI is 63%. Up to half of tasks in this job are potentially replaceable. Not all automation lead to job losses. Many roles may be complemented rather than substituted by AI, and then it significantly impact the labor market. Now, this is what we want to know about the importance of AI. It just complemented, not the substitute by AI. Okay, so AI adoption gaining on the, we can see on the survey is Southeast Asia survey, 25.6% organization in Indonesia adopting AI. This is very good. 24.6% organization in Indonesia adopt AI. This is report from 2018. The country lead the pack of in terms of adoption. followed by Thailand 17.1, Singapore 9.9%, and Malaysia 8.1%. Means that Indonesia is more advanced in terms of adopting AI instead of other countries in the Southeast Asia. And there's a Southeast Asian firm to increase AI spending by 67% in 2023 report. Indeed, the proportion of APEC business using AI in their operation jumped from 39% in 2020 and 2021 to 70% last year. AI platform with the fastest growing software category. The report pointed that the Southeast Asia spending on AI is predicted increase is around 174 billion in 2022 to 646 million in 2036 market. The market tech is also projected to have an annual growth of 40.8%. From this report, we can see is before the AI and after the AI, the economy, the research, and so on changed dramatically, drastically changed before the generative AI and after the generative AI. Okay, so that's why we have to adopt the AI in our life. And then is artificial intelligence in Southeast Asia future 2007. This is just a report in here. It's a 50% of work activity in Asian. So it's as 900 billion in wages, and global investment on AI is growing rapidly from 26 billion to 39 billion. This is a report from 2017. Then it showed in 2016. And then adoption in Asian for 2017. We can see here is the graph to see the report on how the AI is adopted and partially and so on. Okay. Research at higher education level. So in the higher education is actually in my field, is data analysis and processing, natural language programming, literature review, summarizing PDF, accepting key information, performing AI-powered search across multiple sources, automated experimentation, predictive analysis, and so on. Before the AI, actually, when I want to write the literature review, okay, I need to Google. Then it take me a lot of time to find a very good paper. I need to download it, and after that, I need to put it in the Mendeley. Okay, I just read and I highlight all the points on the and everything, and then to get what are the paper, and it's very difficult to find the specific paper during 5 years time. Okay, I try to find in many things, and I waste a lot of time. Okay, I do not waste. Actually, I spend a lot of time to search for the papers within the 5 years, because of when we want to apply for the national grant, or we want to apply for good grant and so on, we must support with the 5 years papers, 5 years papers, and then we need to discard the paper technically. And then there are some group of research, AI workshop for speeding up research in UTEM, in my university also. We have a seminar, we have the workshop and so on AI and hands-on review paper writing using AI, ChatGPT 7.5 and so on. And then there are many. Okay, why do we need AI in research? First, we are not native English speakers. Okay, reduce the time spent finding the best keyword, assessing the process of obtaining research paper inside. The proofreader can be skipped, reduce time reviewing some article, reader time required to convert formulas into pseudocode and source code. Actually, for the obtaining the research paper and so on, actually is I just explained. Okay, we take a lot of time to find good paper. And the second one is a proofreader. Okay, sometimes is we read everything and so on. You go to the proofreader, they try to understand you, then they will ask you a question, how about this and this and this, and then you go back to the proofreader and so on. Then to proofread a thesis, maybe they will take 2 weeks or 1 month to proofread one thesis, and then to proofread one paper, And to print one paper, then we take is 3 days to 7 days to proofread the papers and so on. But if we use the generative AI, so we will make sure that there are no problem with grammar and that is easy to understand, and we just focus on the technical that we want to report in the journal or in the conference and so on. And there is actually there are many categories of people that using the AI. Okay, sometimes it's I have experience. Okay, last year, my student at the last page, he just want to make it fast. He used the chat GPT. I said, brother, I don't like this slide because this one page of slide because of, is it chat GPT? And then he told me that yes, is it chat GPT? Please, brother, use your own word, and then you just use the AI to correct the grammar and so on. Because of sometimes when people use AI, is a monotonous. You can see the pattern, and it's not a very good. If you use the 100% AI, it must be a personal touch, such as your own sentence. The structures and enrichment of content for research should be determined by us and not by the chat GPT or not by the Cloudy and so not by the Copilot or Gemini. If everything is generated by AI, it becomes uninteresting and monotonous to read due to the respective pattern. Actually, I had the experience. I read to one text for the opening remark. I see, oh, this is when I see the text and so on, then I stop for using this text and I use my own text because of I think it's not very good because it is just generated by the AI. So there must be a personal touch. The structure of arrangement is everything is generated, it's become monotonous and so on. So my experience in writing a research proposal. Okay, first I write in my own language, translate penambahbaikan kaedah fitur segitiga berasaskan zoning dalam meningkatkan ketepatan. This is something I want. Okay, is improvement of the triangle feature method based on zoning to enhance accuracy. So I write my own, then I translate. It is much more better instead of with just 100% generating by using the AI. And then I want to get more ideas and so on. Suggest similar title. Improvement of the triangle feature method based on zoning to enhance accuracy. So that is some sort of suggestion by ChatGPT or others. Then I can use and I change with my expert in that field. In that field, then this is the way I did when I write the proposal. The proposal for the fundamental research grant scheme for in the national level. So I am comfortable writing the abstract myself, which include introduction, problem of existing research, objective, methodology, dataset, experimental setup, result or expected result, and summary and discussion. Then I will use Chat AI to correct my grammar. This is the way I did. Okay, I don't want my work is 100% controlled by AI. I need my own touch on the abstract and so on. So I noticed a pattern that is nearly identical, allowing us to identify that content is generated by AI. So the second one is if you are 100% using write the abstract based on this point, you can see this overclaiming, overclaiming. So that it does not have a feeling of wanting to read it. Writing a literary review, UAI to extract the ticker point from existing research, summarize the paper before focusing into the target paper in depth. Actually, is when we want to write the proposal for our research, at least we read around 20 to 30 papers. And then after that, we try to focus into 5 papers. Then we study the paper in depth. From the paper, then we know which part of the research, which part of the research gap that we want to focus in our research. And then use the AI for translating your writing, employ AI for paraphrasing sentence. Sometimes we need to do the paraphrasing. Okay, so you use AI to find recent papers. Find 5 papers on Arabic featured accession from 2019 until now. This is the paper that suggests by the perplexities. Okay, this one. I click the link. It's number 1 and number 3. Number 2, as you can see here, I click the link. Then I open the papers. Well, first of all, I will not rely on the summary of the what suggested by the genetic AI. I will read the paper. I will find the what is the good of the paper. What is the point that I can address in order to enhance or to improve the research in that field. This is what I did. And then is find research paper with the 5 years on segmented of Arabic handwriting. Okay, so this they will this is the one. Although AI provide information regarding to the paper, so we need to access those paper ourselves. Ensure the summary provided is accurate. Sometimes they will get to you need to open the paper, you need to access the paper, and I will keep my and then I will keep my own summary because the summary architect is more technical, which support the foundation we have in the field of research. And then also we can hear, okay, sometimes if you want to, this is not regarding to our field, you want to do the milestone. So create software development milestone Gantt based on Agile for 6-month project. This is something in here. Then you can, from this milestone, we can edit, we can add, or we can do some of another point to enhance the milestone on this part. Okay, for the and then here is January for 2 years. Project starting from January 2024. This is example of instruction with specific tasks using AI. Okay, generate research milestone for a 2 years research project starting from January 2024. The milestone and Gantt chart include the following. So they will create for us, and then you can do like this one. Okay. For in some research, actually in Malaysia, okay, in the fundamental, first, when we did a research, the topic must be good, the title of the research. The second one is, in order to make your our research paper rejected or TKO, TKO, in order to make our paper rejected, is title. Second one, they will look on what we call is abstract or executive summary. So in these 2 parts, when we are writing the research, please make sure title and abstract or executive summary must be well written, technically enough, and then it's easy to understand and zero from any grammar or spelling mistake. This is the part that is very important in research. Same thing in the paper. In the paper, I also the evaluators research papers and so on for the journal. I will look first before I go to another part of the papers. I will see on the abstract. Okay, if the abstract is just like first abstract is we just like we think about the bush. We just do some flowery. You many introduction. You are not straight to the point, and then it's they are not yet technical and so on. The paper will not accept it. So it's easy for me to accept it. As a panel of the grant, ourselves to review. Actually, I review is more than last year. I review more than 20 grant from all our universities. And then is the first is we want to reject the grant. So which part I want to reject the grant? First, I look on the title. Second, I look on this one. Oh, if that one is very good, then I read from literature, and then it's methodology. Most of the weightage of the grant is in the methodology. It will contribute very huge very big points for the grant. And then after that, there are some baseline. If the mark is 85, then the paper will be accepted. Okay, because of the grant, and the fund for the grant is very limited. So we want the best among the best paper to be granted. And then is generated research milestone using generative AI. This example by using the AI. So also in this part is we can create a pseudocode from the simple instruction. So here is find the maximum value and the location of the maximum value and the location of this. Write pseudocode, input array of double and so on. And this is, they will give you this one. This is pseudocode. And the second one is, we cannot rely 100% on the generative AI because of, let's say, I very familiar with Java programming language and so on. When we want to find some solution, this generated by AI, when we want to run it all, there will be an error. Because of what? First is the solution include the external library. And that is dependent with other file and so on. So in this part, we have some knowledge on the programming and so on in order to make the code run well. There are some coding. In research, we have a many phase. One phase, two phase, and three phase. Is, let's say we want to use the feature extraction and feature extraction. On the binarization, segmentation, you don't need to propose your own binarization. You don't need to propose on your segmentation of the image. And you just use the existing method, and then on your contribution, let's say in my field is feature extraction, and in the feature extraction is my code and so on. And then what's the problem? After I do my code, I need to, previously when I did my PhD, so I write the coding, I try to simplify and so on, and then I try to translate it to the pseudocode in the mathematical form and so on. Then it takes a lot of time. After that, I validate my pseudocode or algorithm with the mathematician. Either the mathematician understand or not. But nowadays, all those things is we can simplify it, and we just give the coding to the generative AI. Then they will propose the pseudocode, and the pseudocode you can understand the pseudocode, you can change, and then you can update and so on. And then it's very easy and very fast in order to write the research paper. And this is example. Okay, actually this is coding to the calculate distance. This is coding written by me. This is coding written by me. So the coding is, then I want to convert it to the pseudocode. Then I use the AI. I give the coding. I use the AI to get the input how to convert that the algorithm. Okay, this is coding for the distance, and then after the distance, I get the list of the distance, and then I apply with the mean average position in order to get more accurate classification or recognition, and so on. So in this part is implementation of code can be generated from a mathematical formula. So I can write pseudocode for this one based on number of array some numbers. And then from this generative AI will translate this one to the pseudocode. This is example. That is example that can help our research and so on. Okay, this is a formula for Euclidean distance. Okay, now is finding or generating source code from an existing algorithm is for benchmarking result, enhancing the existing algorithm, actual implementation that are not part of your research contribution. Okay, so consider the aspect before finalizing and submitting your research proposal, paper, or report. Double check the advice from AI. First, before we submit, double check. Sometimes because of some generative AI, they like to write something that is not correct. Okay, they just like to talk. Okay, then you need to check, is it correct or not? Because once it publish, okay, they will, if that one is wrong, they will tarnish your name and so on. And then make modification to suit your own writing style and the presentation of data. This help in establishing recognition for your work. Always leverage AI for productivity and disseminating knowledge in research and papers. So from us, let's say in Malaysia, uh, maybe we are not familiar with English and so on. Don't worry, we can concentrate to go in depth in the research, and then later if you want to publish the papers, you write the paper, you just write by your own language and so on. If you are Javanese, you can write in Java, and if you are Chinese, you can write in Chinese and so on, and then you can use AI to help you to translate to the English. Okay, and there is issue too many requests in 1 hour. To the open version has limitation on the number of prompt. Advanced and unlimited features require a subscription. Expose your behavior to the AI system. They can be manipulated and abused by AI, and this is some issue. However, as I mentioned before, not from the issue being manipulated and abused by AI, but we need to use AI in order to make our growth, okay, exponentially. Okay, this is something that we need to learn. So this is how to revolutionize research. We are not to evolution. We need to revolution research. So obtain ideas. Get the executive summary can be written in the native language. Obtaining the latest paper using tools like Perplexity.ai. Several key words can be used to retrieve papers. The literature review can be based on the paper that we obtain from generative AI. It is important to note that this paper need to be extracted manually to ensure they align with our expertise in the field. So from the literature, we can derive the ideas for problem statement, hypothesis, objective, and so forth. So actually, you can from the executive summary, actually from the literature and so on, suggest problem statement on this matter, so you can get the ideas. Okay, not necessarily you use the output from the generative AI. Okay, you need to get the idea, and then you try to mix, because of it's already helped you, because the first thing in thinking is to start thinking. Okay, to start thinking, this is the main problem. But if you already have the idea to start thinking, then you can think, you can have the direction on to get the problem statement, hypothesis, objective, and so on. In my experience, the code generated by the generative AI often require expertise to handle dependent libraries. Without this skill, the code may contain errors. Generative AI can assist in many ways, but it is important to remember not to compromise our ethics as academic and researchers. AI cannot be sidelined. Speed is crucial, and AI is the tool. Okay, AI, we cannot ignore the AI. As an academic, as a researchers, and so on, we have to adapt the AI. Second, the president of Indonesia, whoever mastered AI has the potential to control the world. This is the from 2021. Okay, we need to know that is very correct. We have to master the AI. Business growth could exceed $900 billion. Adoption by small and medium businesses can reduce costs and increase productivity. New job opportunities include using AI for creating multilingual poster, business forecasting, report generation, critical and specialized AI agent, and so on. AI can add researchers at the global level. AI can accelerate the research process. Most data and process can be handled using AI. Proposal preparation, progress report, and final report can be produced quickly. More journal papers can be produced with the help of AI. And this is that. Thank you. So this is what we this is what we know about the AI. Okay, in terms of AI, okay, in terms of the AI as an academic, I use AI. Okay, I use AI in order to help me supervise the PhD and master student. Okay, and then I give the motivation for them to use AI. Ibu, you have to use AI to translate. Ibu tak perlu fikir pun dalam bahasa Inggeris. Ibu buat saja dalam bahasa Indonesia. and then use the AI. This is what I consult with my students from Indonesia. And then the second one is I ask them to write the papers and so on in Bahasa, and then translate to the English and so on, and many things and so on. And then when we read the paper, actually it's before 2022, the problem with me is when I read the papers, the program presentation and so on. But after the embark of generative AI, there is no problem with me. It's easy for me to understand the student works and other researchers and so on. And this is what can I share to all the participants.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Ramsi.
Well,
All right. So now we are in a Q&A session. So for those of you who have any questions, is welcome to ask the professor. Okay, I think we have one question from the chat. So the first question is, are there any specific regulations for governing the use or development of AI? So
actually,
yeah, this is from Lexi Samuel Binus
mm,
University. Right.
actually, she's from Malaysia. We have the AI for the policy and so on to use the AI. And there are some policy, but for me is everything is come from you. You do not worry about we do not worry about the originality of the works, because normally if with our experience in the research and so on, writing the paper, writing a research grant and so on, actually if we write with our own language and then we use the English, there is no problem. They will not detect it as a AI. But if we use write an abstract based on this point, then that is confirmed AI.
Okay. Any questions from students or audience? Okay, I think I have one question, Prof.
Mm-mm.
It is also, I think, related to the ethics. So, yeah, as we know, we cannot deny anymore, right?
Mm-mm.
For AI disruptions, including in research, also in education,
Mm-hmm.
can get tremendous benefits from it. But
Exactly.
on the other side, I think we have some issue related to ethics. I want to put it in the context of sometimes we have, I know some cases that the paper is created by AI, which
Mm.
is, it's not ethics, right? Not good in ethics.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to ask, what is your view about this? And maybe have you ever got this case, and how can you resolve? How can you how can you solve this issue? Yeah, that's the question.
Actually, if you actually I just there are two questions. First is from the chat, that one is about a good keyword for AI. Actually, if we want to find a good keyword and so on, the answer is practice. The answer is practice. Okay. Where if you practice more and more, it will become, you can find, wow, this is a good keyword and so on. And this is my experience. Other than that, is we can refer to other papers, publication and so on. Okay. And the second one is about the, actually is a, yes, in the academy also, when students submit the assignments. Okay, when students submit the assignment, sometimes we can see the assignment is generated by the AI, but not all the students. The students who are very good and so on, they use AI to get the idea and to do many things. Okay, they get the idea. But those who are not, those who unethical, they just get the answer, copy and paste. There are two types of students. Before the AI, this scenario also happened. You know, they use Google, copy and paste. Okay, we can know and everything and so on. To stop this type of behavior is actually we need to start. We need to educate not the student but the system. Okay, in a very some country they are very ethical and so on and so on. But actually, for me, I do not know how to stop that one. But during my class to the student, I told them, yeah, you can use the AI, and I want you use the AI, but not to copy and paste. Okay, I want you to use the AI. You just write what you want. Maybe is if you had a problem, you can get the idea and you try to enhance your idea and so on. Because of we want the idea good enough. If we just do not think about the sometimes they say is a solution. Sometimes we can think the solution, but when we use the AI, they suggest a lot of solution, and then we can compare. Oh, we can do like this one. Oh, we can do like this one. It just help us, and so on. That's why, in academy as well. I am a dean. So my part last year and this year, I told our teams, we must have the workshop for writing papers with the help of AI. You means that to the help of AI means that in this workshop there is some instructor will show you how to use the AI and then how to make the AI we write the papers ethically and to just get the idea and write the papers and so on. And this is my opinion. And this is my opinion. My personal opinion. It's not this one.
All right, thank you, Prof, for the answer. And we have another question from the chat
Mm-hmm.
from Muhammad Zulkarnain.
Mm-hmm.
How interesting is the research regarding AI? Uh, regarding AI in the regional
Mm-hmm.
business sector, especially for SME. So, what is your opinion about this topic?
First, they can cut costs on creating the poster, business advertisement, and so on. And the second one is in the advertisement they can create the very. Sometimes when we can go to from last 5 years and so on, we can see the advertisement. Wow, this is not a good advertisement. This is a broken English and so on. So we do not yet to understand and what does it mean. But for the SME, actually is I read some article. I read some article. Previously, they need to hire many person to do a lot of things. Nowadays, they just spend around 200 ringgit plus to subscribe the AI, okay, to do a lot of things. Actually, to write the letter and then to paraphrasing and so on, to generate a report and many things. So for the SME, actually, they need to start lah. Actually, for let's say, for the SME, they want to use to predict the sales and so on. They just give the data, okay, and then they can use AI to predict what is at the next 2 months, 1 year, and 2 years if the data like this one. And we can use AI. Sometimes I use AI to generate the formula and prediction.
Okay, Prof, thank you for the answer.
Okay.
We have questions from Christopher from Venus University. Hello, Prof. Do you have any tips or recommendation on a group prompt keyword for AI? I think this is for ChatGPT. Use AI for research paper on helping to make a good generation answer. So yeah.
Actually, for if you want to use the good paper, kalau actually I prefer to use perplexity.ai. perplexity.ai to get the research paper, research paper. And then is sometimes for the many things I prefer to use Copilot, because Copilot they will put the reference. You can click the link, then the perplexity you can get to the links, then they go to the paper, to the site. You can download the paper, then you can see. Okay, if we 100% rely on the AI, I am very worried if the paper that we produce, okay, is not the correct facts. Okay, it's not the correct fact. Okay, it's a very risk to rely on 100% in AI. And then the way they prompt, the answer, they already have the template. This is the advantage, disadvantage, and so on. Actually, they are not go too deep in the field and so on. Sometimes you can see that if you are in the field of, let's say for me in teacher session, okay, this is AI. Okay, this is AI. If someone is, because let's say it's based on the formula and the parameters and so on, then we see on the formulas, we see on the parameters, then we can know, oh, this one, if it's from the human, they will explain very detailed on the formula and parameters.
Correct. Thank you, Prof, from the answer. And next, we have from Venus University, who raised her hands. I think you can directly ask your question. You can on mic, I think. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hello. Good afternoon, Prof. I would like to ask, how might AI impact the current job market? Because many jobs are expected to be replaced by AI, which could lead to the job loss, such as customer service, translation, and analysis. I know that new technologies usually also create a new job, but AI seems to be more complex due to the high level of education required. Thank you.
Yeah. Actually, for the other question, for one is for the job market, is because we are worried the AI will substitute works and so on. There are some things, example for the, let's say it's a proofreader, and so on. It actually is nowadays the market is quite small and so on. But based on the study, that I in the slide, actually AI will not substitute, but AI will complement. AI will complement the market. But in our field, in our part is we have to competent in the AI in order to penetrate the market. Okay, we cannot make the AI itself to rule the world, but we ourselves have made ourselves more competent, to adopt AI technology and so on. For time being, is let's say we use the AI, we use the chat GPT and so on. In nowadays, we have to custom the AI to suit with our business. And we can use the library and so on. We try to embed to our application. Okay. And then we can develop our own AI to suit and so on. This is something that we know. And then the second one is the first one is about the market. The second one is I forget the question. Actually, to be honest, for me, in my personal opinion, yes, we are worried about the AI in the job market, because there are some research say that within 5 years, software developer will be toppled by the AI and so on. You don't need to have the software developer to create the system and so on. You can use AI instead of the software itself. This is something that is worried about us. However, in our part is we can enhance our skill in order to be a very good software developer and so on to apply the AI. Okay, and this is my answer.
Thank you, Prof.
All right. So we have also Ricky Giuliano, the hand. So the screen is yours, Ricky. You can ask directly to Prof. Sanusi. Hello, Ricky. We cannot hear your voice now. Or you can ask through the chat.
Hello.
Oh yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, go ahead.
Good afternoon, Prof.
Yeah, good afternoon, Papa.
My question is, what's your opinion on students to use that AI like ChatGPT on their thesis or paper research? We know that it's not really good for like a student, right, to use AI or ChatGPT on their research on our thesis, right? What do you think on
Okay.
about that
Okay, good.
for
So
student to use?
actually is when we have the AI in the university level, we must have one subject to counter the AI. The subject is on the ethic, and the subject of ethic or ethica or moral. Okay, this subject, we must have this subject in order to make sure our students use AI in the proper way. Okay? Our students use AI in the proper way. So let's say if the student wants to use AI to write a paper and thesis, okay, first, okay, for me, my experience I mentioned before 2022, when I read the paper, I will take 7 days to understand one paper. Okay, because of I don't know how to understand the paper. What are the end? The problem is the structure. The second one is the grammar and so on. They change the meaning and so on. Then I need to make one of the online meeting to ask. Then I jot down point. What do you want to say on this paragraph, in this paragraph, in this paragraph? Then I change this one, this one. Very difficult at that time before AI. Okay. And then after that, what I did is, I asked my student, okay, if you had a problem with English, okay, because I just want to make sure people, English is not the compulsory to do this. You are not not necessary you are good in English to do the research. Okay, English is not a part of research. It's just a tool to convey the information to others. If you are research for the Indonesian, you are must good in Indonesian language. But if you want to report your work to the world, you can use the English. By the time my lecturer told me, if you are not good in English and so on, you just try and so on, then you ask someone to translate your work to English. But the most important thing, that is your work. That is your work. Okay? Then to be a good researcher, if you are not good in English, never mind. And never mind. With the existing of AI, they will help you. So we just focus on the technical issue. I can see a lot of innovation. I can see a lot of innovation by the Indonesian. There are some rural place and so on. They can generate the electricity by using their own dams. They use that one, generate and so on. There are a lot of innovation, but they don't know how to publish their innovation and so on, because they think if we want to publish, we are good in English. But if they are not good in English, oh, very difficult. Malas lah, and so on. They will think like this one. But if they just try with their own language and so on, there's no problem. That's why ourselves as the educators and so on, we have to motivate our students. Okay, especially in Malaysia and so on. We told them language is just tools, conveyor, one point to another point. The most important thing is to learn the knowledge, and then we need to educate our student the ethic of using the AI and so on. But do not stop them by using them, because of from the AI, I believe there will be a lot of innovation will come from the AI, inshallah.
All right. Thank you for the answer, Prof. We have another question from the chat. This one from Lexi Samuel again from Venus University.
Okay.
So he asks, if 30 students uses AI for the same work, it's likely for them to have similar answer. So is there a way to avoid it?
Okay. Yes. For me is actually is the long the length of the token nowadays is 10,000 token. 10,000 token. You cannot put out 100 pages writing in your on Indonesian language to translate to English at one point, because the maximum is 100,000 tokens. Token means that if you are using Cloudy, if you are using Cloudy to do the thesis and so on. But for me, I believe that is once we want to write the paper, when you want to write the thesis, if you are not familiar with English and so on, you can write by using your own language, and then you use the translate lah. Do not take the points and then ask the GPT to create the sentence for you. That one is not good, because sometimes, example for the chat GPT, if they are you foster you see the word foster, then that is chat GPT. Because of in Malaysia, Indonesia, we are using some common English word. There are some in common. It's not Malaysian, it's not Indonesian. Yeah, this is foster. This is chat GPT and so on. Let's say if you are using a lot of chat GPT and so on, you know lah. Okay, this word and then you change another word that make it easy and so on.
Right. Thank you, Prof. Hopefully it answered the question. So next questions from Julita Rotua from Venus as well. Hello, Mr. Sansi Azmi. Besides ChatGPT, do you have any recommendations for several AI applications to write thesis or research to be easier?
Actually, for me to write that one, I did write a research grant. I did research grant. Previously is I write the research grant without using the ChatGPT. Okay, I just write and so on. And the second one is the proposal is good. However, there are some awarded because it's not really to the points. And then what I did is from the abstract, the executive summary, I do the copilot or Google Bard that time to replace the word, or Quillbot to replace the word. And then from there, what I did is I get the idea from this lah, to replace, because sometimes is you already write the proposal, and then is the proposal is not accepted, then you need to submit it again. So that is the where the generative AI can help us to do rephrasing and so on. And the second one is I teach my student. Okay, sometimes they send the papers to another conference, and then when they to the journal, they copy the papers, the paragraph of his papers into the thesis. When they go to the Turnitin, there are some similarity. Oh, I asked him, oh, it's very easy, brother. Because that is your work. Then you the similarity is your work. You just copy that phrase, go to the copilot, replace, then paste. Then there's no similarity. And then it's very good actually. When you write the paper, they go the similarity. Oh, very easy. You don't need to think. You just use the copilot and so on to do the replacing. This is something this actually is a for me lah. When I write my paper and so on, I will write by myself first. And then later that I do check with ChatGPT or Copilot and so on to check the grammar, and then it's suggest some good word and so on by using that one. Okay, because I believe on the ethics. I believe on the ethic and so on. I have some sort of standard that I need to fulfill. However, I will not ignore the AI in 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 research and so on. And then the second one is actually it's not on writing the papers and so on. I do a lot of the coding. I do a lot of coding. Okay, let's say is I want something the coding about, let's say is hierarchy features. So I type hierarchy features in Python, hierarchy features in Java. Then I copy that coding. So I switch with my situation, and then I run and something like this one. It's a lot of things. Okay, you can get a good coding and so on. And after this, your coding as well, you can convert to algorithm or pseudocode. It's very easy.
Okay, Prof, thank you for the answer. Hopefully, it also answered questions. So, I think this is the last questions because we are running out of time. This is from Daniel. What do you think about AI now? If AI is very advanced and comfortable to use, is there any negative side to the comfort and convenience that AI provides?
Okay. So the question, but then let me check the question first. Okay, so what do you think about the advancement of to use? Okay, so it's actually AI is very advanced to use, and I mentioned before we have to adapt, and we have to adapt. And the second one is there a negative side? Same thing. That's I just want to answer is a rice, nasi. It's a good and it's bad. Okay. It's a car. It's a good and it's a bad. Good is you do the car to transport you to the work and to go to the library, to go to the school, to take your family with you to holidays and so on. This is something good about the car. And the bad of car is we take the car to do the bad things. This is bad. Same like the AI. Okay. When we want to move forward, we need to less think about the negative side. Okay. We just grab all the positive effect, all the good things on AI. Okay. We need to less thinking about the negative side of AI. Because the first thing is you are not the military general. We are not the minister. We are not the high profile person. Okay, that will affect the institution, where that will affect the country and so on. That for me, I am a dean. Okay, I am a dean of the faculty. So I need to use AI. However, I need to make sure that when I use the AI, it will not affect my institution. That is the thing. This thing, and then for us, sometimes it's like the mobile phone. A mobile phone. So we think it's when we think about the negative side of mobile phone, you will not use the mobile phone. But when we think the advantages of mobile phone, so now you use the mobile phone to do a lot of things. And to do a lot of things by using mobile phone to do the online transaction, to to do the online payment and so on, because of we want to shorten our time. Instead of you go to the bank, withdraw the money, then you go to the shop, you get the balance and so on, and then your wallet is full with the money and so on. That's why we need to take the AI same thing like we use the handphone. Okay, if let's say handphone, you can use bad thing, you do hacking and so on. But believe me, there is no time to think about the negative side of AI. But do as what suggested by the president of Indonesia, master the AI. Whoever master the AI, they will control the world. This is from Bapak Jokowi, and I I think that the what he said is really true, really true.
Okay, thank you, Prof, for the answer. Hopefully, answer your question, Daniel. All right. Unfortunately, we have a limited time, so I think we can end this Q&A session from this.
Okay.
So before we close this international seminar, I think we have to do some documentation first. So I will let the audience to turn on the camera so I can screenshot this for the documentation. All right, I think we will give 2 minutes for the audience, so then they can turn their camera. All right. Okay. Okay, I think I will start. We have 2 pages here. So the first one is, okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, once again. And 3, 2, 1. All right. So once again, thank you so much, Prof. Sanusi Azmi,
Thank
for
you,
the amazing
everybody.
and also the answers to all the questions today. Hopefully, we can gain something from this lecture. And before I close, I want to draw some conclusions. The first one is we have to aware that AI is not is undeniable anymore. So we
Yes.
have to accept in every fields in our life, whether it's education, research, technology, business, etc. You can name it. However, we have to aware that this AI also have some negative, I would say. It is the ethics. So I think it is our job to educate people so that they can use AI as a tool. So they can use AI with ethics, right? Yeah. So this is the main thing I think from this first one is cannot deny anymore of this AI development. But on the other side, we have to use it wisely with ethics. All right. So once again, thank you so much, Prof,
Thank
for
you, welcome.
this. All right. I think I will give again to the MC for closing. Yeah.
So I can left it.
Yeah. I think I will give it to the MC again. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
okay. Thank you, Mr. Edo. Before we end today's session, I will share a link for the exit ticket for your e-certificate. I will send it here. I will send it on the group chat, and also on the screen. I will give you guys some time to fill the form. Okay, with that, our session for this morning has come to an end. I'd like to deliver my gratitude to all of you that are participating in today's event. Have a nice day and God bless.
Thank you so much.